Hey guys, welcome back to another Reading Your Comments video. I'm Wade, Lord Minion 777. Let's jump right in. Lunaria Moonray says, so Wade, when you and Molly do plan for your wedding, are you guys gonna go traditional or geek? I don't know. Listen, I planned the proposal, got the ring, got on stage, did that, and kind of forgot about the fact that there was a wedding to plan for afterward. Typical guy, maybe? I don't know. But, so, I don't know. We've talked about some different ideas, different themes and things like that. I'm sure there'll be some geek aspect to it. I'm kind of traditional at heart, but honestly, I'm kind of letting Molly do a lot of that planning stuff. So I told her to pick out some different ideas that she liked, and then we talk about it and figure out which one we like the best together. But, I don't know. She seems like really excited about wedding planning, and I'm excited about the wedding, but I don't care so much about the details minus the food part, so I'm kind of leaving it up to her, but we're going to work on it together and see. But I really don't know. It's exciting. Almost as exciting as puppies. Crazed Butt Stabber says, you are a crazed butt stabber. I didn't read that wrong. Huh. Welcome to my videos, Crazed Butt Stabber. No drugs, says the guy who's always wasted in the Drunk Minecraft series. Okay, so I guess this is a attempt to call me hypocritical for being like anti-smoking and drug use or whatever else. But, I don't know. I mean, you know, if someone does drink or whatever else, I used to be very much against drinking alcohol. I didn't drink until I was 22, and I was very opposed to it. I was dead set against it, but I kind of established my own rule set for it, so I only really drink socially, and I don't drink when I'm upset, I don't drink to feel better, and I don't drink very often. In fact, since Drunk Minecraft has ended a year ago, 2 years ago, I don't even know when the last time we recorded that was, I have maybe gotten drunk once since then, twice maybe. Every now and then, like one of the conventions, I'll have a few shots of Fireball or something with friends. Typically, Craig from Able Gamers loves to find a bottle of Fireball and chase me down. But honestly, I don't drink that often. And despite the fact that it looks like I'm a major alcoholic in Drunk Minecraft, it's just not true. Whenever I do drink, I have the bad like habit of starting to drink and all of a sudden I want to drink more, which is another reason why I don't drink often. My father drank a lot, and I don't want to become an alcoholic. I know in my genes that trait is there, so I'm very careful about it. But I would say it's not for everybody, and if I ever broke my rules even one time, I don't think I would ever drink again, because it's a path I don't want to go down, and I understand that alcohol is, in a sense, another drug. So, you know, say what you will about that. I respect the fact that it's a bit hypocritical of me to be against one form of drug and not another. But, I don't know, marijuana is getting legalized around the country quite fast, it seems, compared to, you know, what it was 10 years ago to today. I'll still never smoke weed, never have, never will. But, you know, I won't judge people who do. Once it's legal, I won't have the legal high ground to stand on, so then it's like, well, then what? I can't imagine it's really good for you, but people say it's better for you than other things and alcohol and stuff, so if that's the case, so be it. But it's just, I don't know, it's not a happy subject to talk about drugs and alcohol use. I feel like a DARE officer or something. But just, you know, be safe out there, be smart out there, and whatever you do, I highly recommend setting guidelines, boundaries for yourself, and making sure you don't cross those. Because trying something or doing something once in a while is very different than becoming dependent on something. So, I think we can all agree that that is bad. So don't do that. Anywho, let's move on to happier comments, like Black Wing says, Gar's a scary killer. This isn't a happier comment. I'm having flashbacks to my murders from Gar now. Makes you wonder what would happen in a zombie apocalypse. Okay, in that case, I'm going straight to Gar's house, because odds are, while I'm sleeping, he'll be beating the apocalypse. He'll have put, you know, 18 hours into it in the first 24 hours. So I think he'd be a good I think we would all agree. I've also got a friend named Jared who lives down in Texas and likes to shoot things, and I think he and Gar would be a great team to have for zombie apocalypse. Get Pat and JP. JP I'll have to go out there and distract the zombies. Pat, what would Pat do during a zombie apocalypse? I think Pat would be the one who runs and gets supplies, and he would always bring back tons of like energy drinks and Baja Blast, so that way whenever we do go out in like a zombie killing rampage, we're all so hyped up on energy that we're just like flailing our arms around. And you know, in that case, I guess I don't drink energy drinks now, but if it was the apocalypse, it's like might as well have some energy to fight some zombies or something. Yeah, I think giving Gar a bear trap, a machete, and a gun during a zombie apocalypse would only end well for us. Good thinking. Abert. Wade's jokes are my goals as a dad. Did I ever says? No. Abert17 or Abert17 says, Wade's jokes are my goals as a dad. I get told that I tell dad jokes a lot. And that's scary to me because those are the only kind of jokes I've ever told. So even at like the age of 10, I was the dad joke kid. Is that a good thing? What do you guys say? Is it good to be the dad joke guy? Well, you're watching, so you probably think it's all right. Or this is your first video and you're like, man, I don't care about this stuff. I wanted to see hip jokes, but instead I've got Lord Not Hip 777 here. There was supposed to be a joke in there, but I didn't ever make it, so yay for failed dad jokes now. I'm not only dad joke guy, I'm failed dad joke guy. Where are my failed pants? Fail pants. I mean, what am I gonna do with them? They're so tiny. Our next comment, Andrea Pandy SPG says, Akira is definitely my favorite invader. After him or her, there's the one that fell into the abyss. I was literally crying during... I failed to keep my fail pants on. I was literally crying during this. That spinning dragon shall never be forgotten. And a reply, Kevin Rick says, Akira is my second favorite, only beaten by Sir Fabulous. Fabulous. Kind of failed, but fabulous. I don't know. I can't say the word fabulous properly. Now it sounds weird in my head. Anywho, this is from Dark Souls 3. And if you haven't watched Dark Souls 3, you should give it a shot. It probably starts off a little rough. I'm definitely not very good. Sorry, I was putting my pants back on. I'm not very good at the game for a long time. Some might argue I'm never good at the game, but I do think that Gar and I find a good balance a little ways in, and we start to bounce off of each other and coordinate pretty well. And I feel like I do get a lot better than I start off. Do I ever use my shield? Not really. Do I always equip it? For the most part. But, you know, I try. But I would say that Akira and Sir Fabulous are definitely two of the better invaders we had. And I don't want to go into too much detail about my experiences with them, but man, it makes me want to play more Dark Souls. And I know a lot of you guys want me to go back and do Dark Souls 1 and 2. We will definitely do the DLC for 3. I'm still debating on 1 and 2. I'll probably eventually do them. I had a lot of fun. I want to play more Dark Souls. I'll probably eventually do them with Gar. And Bloodborne, again, maybe. I used to stream that. That one was a little bit rougher because I had to use the gun, and man, I was... If you thought I was bad with a shield, wait till you see me with the blunderbuss. Ooter Dooters. What's with these names today? Ooter Dooter says, does Molly have a channel? Yes, she does. She doesn't post anything on her YouTube channel though, so I'd recommend going to her Twitch channel, twitch.tv/foxtrot44. Molly's channel, Twitch channel. She actually just streamed Outlast and the Outlast DLC. We do Dead by Daylight on her streams. She does single player stuff, multiplayer stuff with viewers. She's a very good streamer and does a lot of well-balanced, well-rounded games. So you should check her out. And as far as her YouTube, you may see her channel later in this comments. But as I said, she doesn't really post anything on there, at least not yet. So I'll leave that up to her to tell you guys about. Blackbird Frost Gaming says, they made it! I had no faith in them whatsoever! Words of a wise and trustworthy ruler. So this is from Kingdom, and I think if there's one thing we can learn from Kingdom, Lord Minion 777 should never be King Minion 777, because all I would do is yell at my horse, get my archers killed, not invest money wisely, and barely scrape by each and every day. My kingdom would nearly be in shambles after 30 days. So vote for me, vote for me. Still probably better than the candidates in the presidential election. Ding. Oh, shots fired. No matter which party you're affiliated with, you gotta agree this year is probably the craziest election we've had as far as controversy in the candidates. That I'm not gonna say one way or another which way I lean or anything else, but you gotta admit both of them have so many controversies associated with I can't even talk about it. Stenvar's wifey says, I watched Cry play this. This is from Layers of Fear. I watched the DLC. I watched Cry play this a while ago and hoped Wade would play it soon too. It's funny because their reactions are polar opposites. Cry was chill, while Wade approaches it with trepidation. That's a good word. I like the word trepidation. Yeah, so I don't like horror games. I've talked about this before, but some people like Mark and Patrick I know, they really look forward to playing a horror game. They get excited about being scared. They enjoy that. I'm that guy that doesn't like going to haunted houses at theme parks, or I can handle scary movies. I don't watch them alone usually, but I can handle watching a scary movie. I don't like being scared. I don't like playing scary games. Just not for me. I'm that guy who, like, if I'm alone in the house, still runs full speed down the hallway, jumps in bed and like covers myself up, won't let my fingers or toes hang off the edge of the bed. You know, I'm a big baby and I don't like being scared. So whenever I'm playing a horror game, you're darn tootin' I'm approaching it with trepidation because I don't want to be there. Even though it's a video game, it scares the crap out of me. I think the worst part is like the unknown aspect when you enter a horror game and you don't know what's going to get you. Like Medusa's Labyrinth, for example, is a game that I did not that long ago that I can think of, where I was so scared and, you know, I encountered the monster and it was still scary, but it was less scary once I knew what I was facing. Just the great part about horror games to me is, well, the part I hate, but you guys probably love, is when you don't know yet what you're up against. And, you know, a monster could be around any corner. If there is a monster, you don't know. And, oh, I hate it. Ooh, trepidation is right. Ooh. Isagale Karshuin says, I probably butchered that. I am so sorry. You couldn't get a Wade? Get it? Away? A Wade? Laugh, please. I feel like this comment is me as a comedian in a nutshell. I feel so bad for you. You got 9 likes, but they were probably pity likes because that is the kind of joke I tell. And whenever you have to explain the joke afterward and then beg for laughter, that is me in a nutshell. That is Dad Joke Wade. It looks like this time you got the 9 likes. You made it out of reading your comments. So I guess this time you might get a Wade with it. But don't expect that in the future. Lewis Brady? Wow, I really screwed that up. Lewis Brady says, it's so annoying how he'll find a really good spot, this is in Prop Hunt, then immediately move and ruin it. He could be so good, but instead he dies. I guess my approach to Prop Hunt isn't necessarily to win. I do find some great props and great spots. Grape spots? Ooh, I want some like grape sparkling juice. Who needs alcohol when you have like sparkling juice? It's so good. Anywho, I find it more fun to run around and like taunt the killers and such. I don't know. I guess, you know, if I chopped it down a whole bunch, it'd be fun to see me win at those games or maybe, but really my thought process is it's boring for me to find a good spot and sit there for 5 or 10 minutes just staring at, you know, a wall or a corner of the map or whatever. So there are times where I hide, but it just isn't as fun to me to play, and I don't think it's as fun to watch somebody just be good at games necessarily. Like, so there's some games I watch where I want to see how someone does something well, but I have more fun watching chaos and laughter and stupidity. So it makes me laugh more seeing, you know, a baby running across the map, trying to jump into a wheelbarrow, also running across the map, while the people are chasing after them, shooting them and missing and raging, while the other people are laughing as the little hula girl spins around their feet. Stuff like that. I just enjoy the chaos of Prop Hunt more than being good at Prop Hunt. So I think it would be, I don't want to say easier, but in a sense it would be easier to make a video where I just literally pick a prop, find a spot, and stay there. But I have more fun and I enjoy the challenge of trying to survive on the move. don't know. I think it's more entertaining to watch, but apparently, you know, I guess it's more frustrating too if you're looking for a skilled playthrough of Prop Hunt. Looking for skilled games, I'm only 1 out of 10 times your guy to watch. I'm not usually that good. I'm usually more stupid. Right, guys? Am I stupid? It's okay. You're stupid. I'm not calling you stupid. See, there I went again, being stupid. Pancake Dog 1313 says, I wish I could be as happy as these two. This was when Molly and I played Wrestle Jump together. And, you know, you can be. I feel like, you know, finding somebody is hard. It's hard to find a perfect match in the world. But even when you're single, there's a way to look at life that's positive and a way to look at life that's very negative. And there was a point in time in my life where I was a person who looked at things with a negative, through a negative lens. And I don't know, I guess I wanted attention in a sense. So I thought that like by expressing negative opinions, it would get me that attention, and it was bad attention. So I didn't overdo it, but it was a point in my life where I felt like things were really bad, and they actually kind of were. You know, we all have rough spots in our life, and I was in a rough spot in my life. But a lot of my conversations and thoughts just focused on the negative. And I don't know how I did it, but I switched my worldview around, and I approached each day as, well, what can I do to make today fun? I gotta go to work. Now I do YouTube, so every day is fun, but it's still work. But even before I did YouTube, it's like, you know, go to work, come home, play a game for a little while, go shoot basketball for a little while, go play with friends, call up somebody, yada, yada, yada. Just try to make the most of each day, because none of us know which day will be our last one. And, you know, if tomorrow is my last day on Earth, I want to have a good day today. So I'm going to do what I need to do and plan for a future and try to prepare for a long life. But I also want to enjoy my life along the way. So whilst I might have wanted to be an attorney, and in high school, I just super worked. I did all my homework, all my extra credit. Even if I didn't need extra credit, I did extra credit. Studied really hard, got good grades. But I still found time to go outside and play sports, and then play video games with my friends and this and that, go swimming, things like that. And I don't know, it's that cup half full versus half empty mentality. Sure, I would have loved to have more time to play games today. Destiny expansion came out recently. I'd love to play more of that. And I could be upset that I haven't had time to do it, but today was a productive day. Molly and I got a lot of errands taken care of and chores done and things like that. And I'm pretty happy about that. Here I am recording a reading your comments video. I've got to record another video after this, and I'm going to record some Rust with Zombie and JP, and then I'll have some free time to play some games before I go to bed. So I'm going to make the most and enjoy today, no matter what. And I feel like looking at life that way has made a world of difference for me. And I think it would for you guys too. And I wish I knew how to tell you to do it. I don't know the answer to that, but there just has to be a time where you approach each day and try to make the most of it. And you're gonna have bad days, and there's gonna be days where you fail to do that, and that happens. That happens for me. There are days that I have where it's just like, in fact, not that long ago I had a day like that. But, you know, even about 3/4 of the way through the day, I found a way to kind of flip the way things were going. And I said, you know what, Wade, you're being upset, you're mad, you're angry, you're showing it for no reason. What's it gonna do for you to be angry for the next 6 hours? So instead, I just put it behind me and said, I'm moving forward, I'm gonna have a good time. And I went over to my mom's, went swimming and stuff like that. And I enjoyed myself. So you just have to do the best you can to make the most of each day. How to do it, I don't know. We each have to find a way inside of ourselves to approach the day like that. But it'll make a world of difference in your lives if you can. Killasoft says, when in Rome, do the Romans. The tears. I can't fake that, so I'm not gonna try. But, you know, do as the Romans do. Maybe you'll meet a nice Roman guy or gal, etc. And sometimes the things I say worry me, and then you guys quote them and show me, and I really worry about me and you. We should all be worried about everything. That's not a fun way to live. Caution is good, but Be nice to the Romans, guys. Don't go over there and expect anything. They're nice, respectable people, okay? Most of them, anyway. There's that one. You know who you are. Bad Roman guy. Girl. Person. Probably one, right? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe they're all great. I don't know. I'm sure most of them are great. Most of everyone is great. It's just a few bad apples in the bunch of the humanity that kind of causes a stir. Anyway, Foxtrot 44, aka Molly, my fiance, Molly, that's her. See, I don't remember earlier, and I said maybe later. Now we're here. Now later. Molly said, the Sexaglue, OMG. So she was watching Ultimate Chicken Horse. Molly, I didn't know you watched all this stuff anyway. I thought you were busy streaming and working and stuff. I didn't know you were gonna be watching. If I had known you were watching, I wouldn't. I'll prepare the doghouse. On the bright side, I've kind of broken it in quite a bit, so it's a lot more comfortable these days. The Sexaglue. Why do we have to do the Sexaglue? Why do we have to do the glue? Glue. I choose you, Sexaglue. We should move on. Kuraya Uchiha. Uchiha? Kurai Uchiha. I hope. Says, well, Wade just told me to do my homework, and I'm doing homework. Thanks, Wade. I got your back. And by the way, why aren't you doing your homework right now? I see you out there watching this, giggling or not, and not doing the homework that is due tomorrow, when you know that you're just gonna regret it later because you're gonna stay up late and doing the homework, or you're gonna try to scrounge and do it before class, and you know you don't want to do that. You want to sleep and have a nice relaxed morning. You don't want to be rushing to do your homework, and then you're gonna regret it in the morning, and you'll do the same thing tomorrow night, and then you'll just get stuck in this pattern, doing your homework at school or before school. That's not fun. It's more fun to sleep in. So while watching, you should do your homework, like your algebra, calculus, math, plus division. And then science reading, history, unraveling the mystery, Big Bang stuff, homework now, you know? Good, glad we had this talk. Don't try to translate that into English because it won't work. Catherine Chase says, after I heard you say, no, I'm not finished yet, everyone in the room just busted up laughing. We need more of this. More, I say! Slam my fist on the desk, you know. So I played a game called Not Safe for Work thanks to Patrick, and the game was probably not safe for work. And I don't remember saying I'm not finished yet, but I wasn't implying what you think. The Sexaglue is not in the. There's a different. We should move to the next comment. There might be more Not Safe for Work sometime. I don't know. They need to update it a little bit, probably. Anywho, King Henry VIII says, hey, King Henry, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Why didn't you finish The Last of Us, Wade? Did the game get corrupted or something? So, actually, that's a good question. Back when I did The Last of Us, I used to record, I forget what the device was even called. The capture device I used for my PS3 at the time, I think it was. PS3, PS4. It kind of broke. It quit working. And I couldn't really afford to replace it, so I was stuck for a long period of time with no way to record The Last of Us. And by the time I got the new Hauppauge HD PVR2 or whatever, I think that's what it's called, that I use now for PS4, it was just such a long gap that I felt like it was too long to go back and start over again or start doing it from there. And I really regret not doing it. Now it's definitely too long, I think. Maybe one day I'll go back and do that series on the channel, but I was really having a good time. I was enjoying myself, but it was challenging. I remember sucking against some specific monsters, but I was enjoying the story a lot, and that's one of my biggest regrets on YouTube is not finishing that series and a couple other ones that I'd started. But it's a hard call to make sometimes, and sometimes things like technology just get in the way, and in this case, my capture device broke, and I couldn't afford to replace it for a long time, so I am sorry I didn't finish that. I feel bad having unfinished series on my channel. Turn it into the Game Grumps, who were only like, 3 or 4 episodes away from finishing their Dark Souls 3 gameplay, which I and Gar recorded mine and his series together like within 2 days, we did like 15 episodes so Molly and I could finish watching the Game Grumps play theirs, and then we found out they didn't finish it after getting that close. At least I don't tease you guys that much. 65 episodes when 69 would have sufficed. We should move on. The Blood Swordsman says, I leave a like for Clubman. If you haven't watched the latest Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, you're missing out. Because there's a hero in that series, and that hero is not me, the glorious leader. That hero is, in fact, Clubman. I don't know where you are, Clubman, but you saved the day multiple times. You're a hero, Clubman. Unless we're the bad guys. I don't know. I guess I never really thought about which side's fighting for what causes in that game. We're just fighting for the heck of it. But no, Clubman, even if you are on the wrong side, you're still a hero. And the other side knows it. And they only wish you were fighting for them. I mean, you took down the mighty Chicken Man of Timbagah and the Chippendale dancers of Doody Doo. I'm making stuff up now that sounds bad, so I'm going to stop and shut my mouth. But yes, thank you for your like for Clubman. Whenever I do Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, I think I always need to have at least one Clubman. He's a hero. The Barber says, the Barber, and they have the little barber icon. I wish I had more hair. Hey Wade, who made the box thumbnail picture of you? It looks really good. I think Day did it. I actually meant to ask her about that. So I did a video called a series with JP Pat and Gar called What the Box? And I've only posted one episode as of right now of it, I believe. And the thumbnail has a box with like my face on it. And I don't know, Day must have drawn that herself. I meant to ask her about that. Day, can you confirm where the What the Box thumbnail face came from? English words. If you created it, please somehow show it on the screen. Like, yes, I did it or something. I don't know, but it was really good. Yeah, it was a great thumbnail. Day has done a great job with editing and the thumbnails. Like I said, pretty soon I'll hire a stunt double and you guys won't even need me in the videos anymore. I'll just have like this guy pop up and be like, hey guys, welcome back to Who Needs Pants Part 1. I'm Wade Lord Band from YouTube 777 and it's time to kick back, relax, and put my pants back on. Don't worry, I won't have any stunt doubles. Even though I'm a lazy bum, I also have no talent. So Dave puts all the talent into the videos, and I just do the talking these days. I do play the games too. There's not like, she's not here playing the games for me, I guess. At least I do two things. I talk, and I play badly. Yeah, wow. Man, way to pat myself on the back for all of my YouTube work there. You do a great job, Dave. Resident Alien said their picture is a cat with a towel on its head and cucumbers on its eyes. It's like cucumber kitty, kitty, cutie, cuties, cucumber cats. What about pickies, pickle cats? Gross, both are gross. Anyway, Resident Alien says, so great to hear Zombie's voice again. Q8. You sunk my battleship. Is that a face? Is it like a tongue face, or a backwards tongue face? Maybe, probably, I think. Anywho, thanks again for another great post, Wade. Love your work. Nailed it. It is good to be back with Rust. I have missed playing it. I miss 7 Days to Die right now too, actually, both with Molly and JP and Zombie and Latin, and then also with Mark. I feel like that series was going well too, but just Mark and I haven't been on the same page as far as recording lately, which is why I haven't recorded with the guys, because it's just been too busy and I've been traveling too much and they've been busy too. But in any case, it is good to be back. I can't say how long this series will go. It might be 3 parts, it might be 17 parts, it might be 50 parts. I don't know. I really don't know. But we're having fun with it, and as long as it's fun, we can, you know, get a consistent recording. We'll probably keep doing it. The hard part, finding time to get together to record. So that's always the drawback with trying to do a multiplayer series, is it's just so hard to get 2 or more people on the same page to record whenever everyone's got lives to live. So we'll try, but I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. We're enjoying it. We're having a good time. Trollarity says, Trollarity? Probably Trollarity. You get more views in literally 32 seconds than I do per video. You're awesome. Thanks for uploading. So, first of all, you're welcome for uploading. Second of all, listen, I've got a comment probably 10 below this that says, wow, only blah 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 views, your channel's dying. Or 1 million subs, 30,000 views, your channel's dying. Wow, why don't you get as many subs, Markiplier? Wow, you're not PewDiePie. And then, you know, there's people that are like, man, I wish my channel was as big as yours. It's like, you get comments from all over the board because people are used to watching different channels and have different expectations. But listen, unless you're Felix, there's always going to be a bigger fish in the sea. There's always another YouTuber who has more subscribers or more views or gets better views per day on this day or better views on new videos or old videos or whatever else. There's always going to be people all over the spectrum. And, you know, I don't think I'm ever going to be the #1 YouTuber in the world. Be cool, but it's not really a goal of mine. My goal is to have fun with what I'm doing, entertain you guys, and enjoy my life. So if that means being #1 or number 10 million or whatever, or 6 billion, it doesn't matter. So don't get discouraged comparing yourself with other people. Because honestly, right now, my channel is actually going through a bit of a lot of people are saying this too, like growth's really slow right now. So there are days where my channel might get 200 subscribers, and there are days where it might get 10,000 subscribers in a day. You just never know. There's some way of predicting, you know, what you're gonna get in the next couple days, but really, sometimes your channel peaks and sometimes it valleys, and there's no reason to worry about it. There's nothing you can do. You can't control the numbers because the numbers are people. You know, it's just real people that you're trying to get a beat on. And there are days I'll go watch a random channel like the Runaway Guys, Nintendo Capri Sun, or I'll go watch a Markiplier video, or a Funky Honky video, or a Molly stream, or yada yada yada. People are hard to predict. And right now people are in school and working and starting college and getting married and having kids and buying cars and doing homework, and people have lives. And there are great shows on TV. There are great YouTubers, there are great songs, there are great artists, there's great everything in this world. And so to try to figure out what 6 billion people are gonna do any given day is impossible. So there's no reason to get discouraged if your numbers drop for a month or a year or a day or whatever else, or if your numbers aren't as big as somebody else's. Just keep being you, keep having fun with it, and people will come find you. So you guys are all here watching me right now, and I very much appreciate that. And I'm surprised because honestly, I feel like there are more entertaining people out in the world than me. I feel like there's better shows on there than there are a lot of YouTubers. I feel like there's a lot of stuff you could be doing instead of watching me here. But here you are. So you're awesome. And I think it's important to recognize the fact that people do watch you and they're not just numbers. Because if you respect the fact that your viewers are individuals who are giving you their time of day, and you respect them for that and show them that, like I'm caring for you guys right now, it'll help you get a lot farther. So, love your fans, and they'll be there for you. Right, guys? Yeah! Breakfast? What was that? It was like a PewDiePie South Park. Ugh, that gave me chills, it was so bad. We're gonna move on to last comment of the video. Last comment of the video, pants. Last comment of the video, pants exploding. Last comment of the video. Last comment of the video, raining chickens. And a creeper. All right, our last comment of the video, where'd my mouse? Time out, no one's watching. This is being cut out. There it is. Crash Bandicoot 96 says, Dark Souls 3 series, Wade, screams incoherently, Gar, Wade! This is Dark Souls 3 in a nutshell. However, wait 1 second here. There is also those moments when Gar leads me into a room of death, mind you, without telling me what I'm walking into. So then I'm walking to open this little treasure chest and I turn around and a giant spider monster's right behind me. Or a gargoyle's falling from the sky, you know? So before you get on my case for screaming incoherently while Gar yells at me, just remember, half the time he leads me into those traps for your entertainment, and I very much appreciate it. I hope you guys do too. So, that being said, yeah, that's pretty much Dark Souls 3 in a nutshell. And I think it was a great series, it was a great game. If you guys haven't watched it and you want to, you're welcome to. Play it. It was a fun game. It was a hard game. Play it with a friend, like Gar and I did. Made it a lot easier, I think, than playing alone. I remember playing Bloodborne alone, and getting through the first boss alone on that one was, well, you know my skill level. Ding! There's a shine there in there, because I... Ding! You see it? Hey, there's a shine there. All right, well, anywho, guys, that wraps up this reading your comments video. Thank you all so much for so many great comments. It's hard to really narrow it down. We had 21 that we ended up doing in the video this week. It's hard to pick a comment or two from each video when there are hundreds of comments on each one. So I appreciate all you guys for great comments, for watching, for being there. I know school's in session and summer's coming to an end here in the US at least. I know Australia's excited for us to go into winter because they'll be in summer again, but I do appreciate all of you guys. I don't tell you that enough. So thank you all for being a part of the channel for going on close to 4 years now. I hope we have at least another 4 years in us, maybe more. I'd love to do this my entire life. As long as you guys are out there watching, I can keep doing it, but you know, we'll see what life brings us. But keep your heads up high. You'll get through this year, whether it's work, school, whatever else. There's always crap in our lives. Just try to smile. Stay tuned for whatever comes next. Until next time. See ya, guys.